Okay, the purpose of this video is just to show you all the equipment we want to unload. This is an HP copy machine. Does black and white and full color. It works good, but we don't have any consumables for it. Just the unit itself. And this does work. Okay, now we're going to move around the corner here. We've got this old Zonte Illumina. And in all honesty, this is just sort of a backup if we need it. We don't use this anymore because it's older. It's an older model, and we have a newer one down the line here. This is missing a cyan. Needs a little bit of love. This black and white Zonte printer we're looking to get rid of. We don't need it anymore, but this is an awesome black and white printer that we used when we needed to change dot patterns for our paper plates that we used to use. But since we go direct to plate, we don't need this Accelerator 4G anymore. But this is probably one of the nicest black and white printers you'll ever use. That we're looking to get rid of. We're going to get rid of our negative machine. We don't use negatives anymore. We're moving to direct to plate. This is an ECRM Mako 36 image setter with 2 take-up trays. We have one here and we have a secondary one. Comes with a Mac computer to operate it with the dongle, so the key will be in place so you can use this. This was in production up until about a week ago, but now that we merged with another company, we go direct to plate, so we don't have to do the negatives anymore. Getting rid of this. Moving around, let's go this way here. I'm going to get rid of this single press drill right here. We have a 3-hole drill, so we don't need this anymore. Also, our paper plate Silvermaster camera that was in production with us for many years. It still works great, but we don't need this anymore since we're going direct to plate on everything. So there's a paper plate camera that works. This is a big light table we're looking to unload. Works great, just an old school heavy industrial light table. Since we are no longer doing negatives and plates, we don't need our plate burner anymore. That's that, still works great. Plate scrubber we don't need, obviously that's pretty beat up looking, just to scrub the plates as they would go through. Let's move around this way. This big machine here. The AB Dick 7802 is a friction fed collator and stitcher. Definitely old school and heavy. Still works, but our newer equipment collates for us, so we don't need this anymore. Makes the staples on the end. Old school. We no longer need any of these negatives. So there are many, many pounds of negatives here. If you could take these, get the silver nitrate out of it. If you guys want the negatives, these are all from 30 years of saving negatives. So those we don't need anymore. Let's move down the line here. We've got this stitcher, big heavy industrial stitcher, works fantastic. This is actually something that we won't need because we have another one, I believe. Small cutter. This is a Challenge Model 20, small blade, so we don't use this anymore. We have a much bigger cutter that we would be using. But yeah, this stitcher works great. This Silvermaster CP50 is an old school plate maker for paper plates. There's the bottom developing part, I believe, and then the top part that scans the images here. This worked the last time we used it, but it's old. We haven't touched it in a long time, so it is what it is. This is a parts copier right here, which can be used in conjunction with this other copy machine, which I'm about to show you. Let's run up here and go to that. Alright, so we're getting rid of this old school Canon Image Runner 5000. Still works, but it's dated. Black and white copier. That's all that does. And then let's go back to the dark room. Get rid of this dark room door since we're not needing it anymore. And then we have our plate, our negative developer right here. Still works. The tray is over here. We keep the top off of it so nothing rusts or anything, but this is what we'd use to develop our negatives. Up until about a week ago we were using that. This old camera, we'd like to get rid of this old thing. So that's another piece we're looking to get rid of. Still works. These old things always work. Alrighty. Okay, so this unit here is part of a black and white machine that does copies. I think it might fold or do booklets, but I don't have much knowledge to it. It comes apart in 3 pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, and it's a Xerox 4110. There's the computer screen for it. It connects together, but it needs a little help to get the parts connected properly. I don't know much about this, so I can't speak for this 100%. This 2-color Toco press was in production up to about a week ago. It's a Toco R2. This works fantastic. We did many 2-color jobs on this, and there's a second one too right here. The second Toco works, but you're going to have to give it a little love because we had to take a pump out of here, and we had to put the pump in this one to get this one cooking. So this would work if you got a new pump. We were beginning to rebuild it, but we stopped because we have access to another 2-color press now and no longer need it. So this needs a little help. This one works great. This is about the oldest color copier you'll ever see in your life. The Canon 800S. This should be in a museum, it's so old. So this just goes to go, but this is an old school beauty. I have a big box of consumables for it, but it's old, I'll be honest with you. It does work, but it is old. This we might keep. We're not sure. This is as new as they come for an iTech 975. This is our newest single color press, and we moved our 2 older ones to our other building, but this new one we would sell if the price was right on this. This is the only thing we're thinking about keeping. And of course, we want to get rid of this old iTech parts press over here. This is just an old parts press. We want to totally unload that. And there's a lot of parts for the Tocos here, the Toco presses against this wall. We get rid of all these parts, gears and shafts and all that kind of stuff. So we'd like to get rid of that stuff too. So that's all the stuff we're looking to get rid of. Email me anytime. csqpprinting@gmail.com. Thanks.